I'm so excited to share with you guys a little bit more about Macrolife Naturals. This whole week, we've been really talking about living our healthiest lives, and a lot of times we need a lot of help with that. So I'm so excited to have the CEO and co-formulator that's going to join us today. First, before we jump into our topic, I'm going to share with you guys a really short video that's going to give you a little background on the company and the products.
Hi everyone, we're JR and Sylvia, the first family of superfoods. Mom, now that millions of people are enjoying our products, please tell everyone how we got started.
JR, that's my favorite story. I created Macrogreens in 1998 to help my son JR regain his health. You see, he was only 14 and a half years old. He weighed more than 230 pounds and his body fat was in excess of 30%. And this is all in spite of the fact that he was ranked in tennis. He looked more like a linebacker than a tennis player. And because of my fitness and nutrition background, I created the Macrogreens to feed his body and to balance his system. And I told him it might help him lose a pound or two.
But I said, Mom, I love you, but if it doesn't taste good, I'm not drinking it.
In 6 months, JR lost 65 pounds and he went from 230 pounds to a slim 165 and a body fat of 12%. What's more important is that JR's weight loss was an added benefit of drinking Macrogreens throughout the day. He lost weight because Macrogreens alkalized his system, balanced and fed him the key nutrients that he was craving. And that is what turned off the food cravings and why he was able to stick to a healthy diet.
And if your body doesn't need to lose weight, you won't. You'll just be properly fed everything that you need, enjoy more energy, nourish your skin, hair, and nails, and restoring your health from the inside out.
The effects can be dramatic because remember, the way that you look on the outside is a reflection of what's going on the inside.
And most of us eat enough food, but not necessarily getting enough nutrition, and that's what was happening to me. And everyone would love a fresh pressed juice every day, but it's extremely expensive and time-consuming to do it at the house. And we have a solution.
I came up with a simpler alternative to juicing, and that's Macrogreens. 1 scoop, and it's like juicing 10 pounds of vegetables and fruits. Literally all of this.
Some of the unique ingredients include grapeseed extract, ginkgo biloba, freeze-dried aloe vera, and a science-based blend of herbs that help support numerous systems of the body, even 18 billion probiotics.
You would literally need to take 40 to 50 tablets and capsules just to equal what's in 1 glass of Macrogreens. Macrogreens Superfood Formula is a multivitamin times 10 and has more vitamins and minerals than the alphabet has letters. Plus every serving delivers 18 billion probiotics.
For all of our favorite recipes, please visit our website, macrolifenaturals.com. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram and Twitter because we add more delicious recipes all the time. And share your recipes with us on social media and you just might win Recipe of the Month.
I'm so excited to have them in here. You know, I'd met Sylvia. I went out to a trade show that was designed for moms that are living healthy lifestyles. And I remember seeing you guys there. And I was like, oh my gosh, I've been seeing your product in Sprouts for years and years and years. And I had a chance to try their Macrogreens when I was there. And they taste so good. And from there, we kind of hit up a conversation and just talked about spirituality. And then you know, how spirituality and living a healthy lifestyle, how they are so well matched. And so we're so happy to have Sylvia here. She developed Macrogreens in 1998. They have sold over 10 million bottles around the world. So they're helping a tremendous amount of people live happy and healthy lives. You saw you guys that she helped her son shed 65 pounds, which is incredible. And she's really pioneered the way of the concept of how to pH balance and the body and increasing your health through your nutrition. She's a huge contributor to the World Health environment. And let me see what else. She also they have a kids line, the Cocoa Greens, and they have won numerous awards for both their macro meal and their macro greens. She is known as the mother of superfoods. So how cool is that? Super cool. So thank you so much for joining us today. I'm so happy that you're here.
Paige, it's absolutely a pleasure to be here. Remember our conversation at the trade show and connecting with you. We just had this immediate bond, and so it's my pleasure to be here. Thank you so much. A wonderful introduction.
Well, why don't we start a little bit with, you know, how you came to even develop a product like this? It seems like a huge undertaking, and really for the love of your son. And why don't we talk about that, and then we could jump in, you know, how you even came up with all of this stuff.
Thank you. It was from the love of my son. I don't know if you can see any of this. Not yet. Okay. Well, back in the 80s, that was me on the little mini trampolines and doing the videos and showing how to exercise and get healthy. So I've been in the health business for over 35 years. Call me a pioneer, and we all know what pioneer means. It means OLD. Yep, I think it's coming up back in the 80s. And the next thing was, he was a natural bodybuilder, Mr. America, Mr. Southern California. And then we had this, so we were eating very healthy and our lifestyle was very healthy, but we had our son, JR, who looked more like a lineman than a tennis player. He was only 14 years old and he weighed over 230 pounds. His body fat was way over 30%, and I was super worried about him. And but at that time I was doing a lot of work with spirulina, a lot of work with chlorella, a lot of work with barley grass, and doing a lot of research. And I found that it helped to alkalize the system. I had the great pleasure of meeting some of the most wonderful holistic healers that have walked this planet, and taught me all about pH. So I knew that if I could balance his system out, give him the nutrients his body was craving, it would shut down his food craving. I told him it might help you lose a pound or two. He was a little apprehensive because, of course, it's this green drink that I created, but he started drinking it every day, and with 6 months, he lost 65 pounds and went from, as you can see, there's his after, and we were just super pleased with that. There's some of I worked with, and Wigmore, she was known as the mother of living foods, the directors at Hippocrates Institute, that they were using cereal grasses to help cure AIDS and cancer. This is back in the 80s. Bernard Jensen, all about foods that heal. And what I learned most is balancing the pH of your body and how crucial that is to maintaining. We were designed to be slightly alkaline, and we've got about 75 trillion cells in our bodies, and they all live inside. I like to use this analogy of an aquarium, and think of your body as a giant living aquarium with all of these 75 trillion cells, give or take. The healthier that aquarium is, the healthier your cells are going to be, and the healthier your immune system is going to be. Well, what keeps them healthy? Perfect pH. Just like an aquarium, if your aquarium is in the perfect pH, the fish are thriving, the plants are growing, the water. Same thing in your body. Your body needs a pH about 7.4. And if your body is in that zone, cell rejuvenation, restoration, communication, everything is enhanced, and it's just the ideal environment. But what happens is our diet and our lifestyle is extremely acidic, and that creates an acidosis condition. The American diet, better known as a SAD diet, the processed foods, white flour, sugar, coffee, soda, artificial sweeteners, prescription drugs, radiation, tests, chemicals, pesticides, even breathing and working out. What are you doing when you're breathing in your you're creating free radicals in your body. So if you have the condition, pH condition, then is able to rejuvenate and care for the cells of your body and keep them so that they don't get damaged by free radicals or too much acidity in your body. Acid, if your body's acidic, you're going to crave sugars, fats, carbohydrates, salts, and you're going to, and it's very to manage a diet. Also, if you can stay, you're going to have lower stress levels, you'll feel better rested, your blood sugar will become more stable, and more importantly, it's the way that disease like dry skin, psoriasis, acne, headaches, chronic indigestion, chronic fatigue, lack of energy, irritation without any cause, are all acid related. Also, once you start getting alkaline, guess what's going to happen? You can taste that metallic taste in your mouth, and you start to recognize, wow, too acidic. I better drink some greens. I got to get some alkaline. You can also do a real quick fix, and that's just squeeze some lemon glass of water, and that will change your pH to a more alkaline because of the alkaline ash that's created. It just doesn't have all the nutrients. It's not as nutritious, but it is a great way to shift your body quickly. When you're too acidic, you're going to have increased cravings for salts, for sugars, yeast infection, immune deficiency, obesity, depression, diabetes, hormone issues, premature aging, kidney problems, joint pain. You know, I think you're getting the picture. Also, the pancreas suffers, especially when your body's too acidic. What I love to call it fake food. Nutrient depleted food. You want nutrient rich food, acid and alkaline food. Oops. Oh, there we go. So what's the perfect diet? Is this the perfect diet? Is that an omnivore diet where you're eating a little bit of everything? It might be for you. Is it a high veg diet, high plant diet? That might be a consideration for you to make. What's the buzz? What's the facts? And I'm going to get into that. Leaning on plant-based is the way to go. Sources to about 4 ounces, which is just your palm size. That's all you need. And just reducing, maybe skipping a meal or two, or switching out a meal or two to be plant-based. Keto diet. Okay, that's all the buzz right now. A lot of people love the keto diet because they see quick results. The downside is experience some side effects, like for the first couple of days or the first couple of weeks. It's commonly called the keto flu, which is general fatigue, lack of energy, some lightheadedness, dizziness, queasiness, insomnia, GI discomfort. Some people experience some of these, some people don't experience any of it. But one of the major downfalls on the keto diet is it doesn't allow for vegetables, zero fruits, and phytonutrients are important to a healthy body. We created the greens. Of course, I created it for my son, but this is why we bring it to the public and why it is such a popular green food powder. We also the Miracle Reds to fill in the nutritional gaps in your diet, provide you with the phytonutrients and free radicals. So what's a healthy pyramid? Okay, here's one that I put together. Dark green leafy vegetables at the bottom, that's your base and that's your go-to. Your fruits and vegetables, then you want your sprouts, your proteins, amino acids, eat those moderately. Nuts, seed, hemp seeds, coconut, that's your next. Herbs, macro green, barley grass powder, and then you've got your spirulina, your nutritional yeast. That's what I call a good pyramid. At the very top, that's where you put your eggs, your chicken, your beef, your fish, carbohydrates, any kind of soda drinks, coffee, tea, very acidic, and there's actually toxins to your body. Let's see, how do you retest and reset your alkaline with green juice? Ask yourself, how many green juices are you? Do you make your own green juice? How often? It gets tricky because it's expensive. It's messy. Sometimes you're throwing away a lot of vegetables because you didn't get to them in time. Very convenient. And that was why we created the macro to help fill in. And it's a powder you to wash, but ready to go. This is Dr. Wagner, and he helped me to co-formulate the macro greens. 20 years. He's a nutritional healer, and we did a lot of research on different cereal grasses, and we found that the barley grass was far superior to any type, including an alfalfa. Cause the allergies or reactions or a heavy detox like some of these other cereal grasses. So we made the macro nutrient-rich plant-based ingredients, 18 billion probiotics, A to Z plant vitamins, minerals, amino acids. It's one of the richest alkaline green formulas on the market today. Helps you reach over servings of fruits and vegetables, boosts your energy, supports natural weight loss. If you don't need to lose any weight, you're not going to lose any weight. You're just going to get healthier. Supports your immunity. It has a multiple system support with adaptogenic and metabolic herbal blend that supports your liver, your kidneys, your brain, your endocrine system, your thyroid system. Daily cleansing like nature intended. You're not to do industrial cleansing that sends you running to the bathroom. You're to go on a daily basis gently. America's best tasting greens. We went down. Microgreens is just absolutely delicious. Always non-GMO, vegan, dairy-free, and raw. Need to juice 10 pounds. Fruits and vegetables, and like the video said, take over 40 or just to equal what's in 1 glass of macro greens. And now that's the other side of the equation. Formula 19 antioxidant rich berries and fruits. Also, we put plant lowering plant sterols that helps to lower your cholesterol. We use really wonderful high ORAC fruit. ORAC is the acronym for oxygen free radical absorption capacity, from the acai, the goji, the mangosteen, the turmeric. It is a perfect post-workout recovery because it's got trace minerals, amino acids, electrolytes, and it just helps with prove inflammation reducers from the turmeric, the bromelain, Vera Nepal cactus. It's like absolutely ridiculous berry taste, non-GMO, vegan, gluten-free, and this is the plant sterol out of your body, but we'll save that for another time. A couple of our awards that we've won. We had so many parents ask about, can I give the macro greens and miracle reds to my child, that we went ahead and developed the cocoa greens for kids and the berry reds, and we just modified the different ingredients, made them appropriate. Both of them have a ridiculous great taste. A lot of I drinking the cocoa greens myself personally because it's got just such a wonderful chocolate flavor. And well, there's the macro. These are the protein time released formulas that we created, and we did two versions. Vegan version, and we did an omni version, and omni is for omnivore. And the vegan version, we use 3 different types of protein so that you have fast digesting, meaning it's into your blood really fast, medium digesting, and slow digesting protein. Pea isolate gets into your body quick. Pea protein concentrate stays in your, and then organic brown rice is the slow digesting, so that keeps longer. On the flip side of that, we did the omnivore version, and that uses collagen peptides. It's really good for your joints and everything. It gets into your body very quickly. Concentrate stays in your body, keeps you full. Pea with brown rice protein keeps you full longer. If that, we added 500 milligrams of MCT coconut oil. This is a healthy fat that helps us and keep you full longer. 3 billion probiotics and a macro greens and miracle reds superfood with a little bit of maca that fills in the fruit and vegetable. Most times you're, and that's like having your meat and potatoes. Now you've got a full spectrum of everything. We added also the coconut water and trace minerals plus fiber, so their meal replacement. And I tell you, both of them are absolutely delicious. We get awards. We've gotten awards 3 years in a row for best nutritional powder, ultimate superfood, and best weight loss protein. Oh, that's a picture of JR, and this is a woman-owned company. I started the company 21 years ago, and I run it with JR, and that's our story. So, Paige, I'll back to you. Now you all know the background, and I can jump into the.
Yes, I'm so excited about this. We do have, somebody has a question. Can the kids formula be taken by adults?
Oh, absolutely. A lot of times, because I'll do the macro meal and I'll want a chocolate protein shake, and I'll scoop of kids into it. I'm getting the greens, and then it's just that outrageous chocolate taste, and it's not flavor. It's from organic cacao, so you get a rich chocolatey taste. Yep, absolutely.
I love that. I'll tell you guys, one of the things I love most about my favorites are the reds and the greens. They taste great. They're super easy to use. I love the juice. The juicing is an expedition. It's like a lot of money and a lot of time to do it. So this is so easy. And I love the macro meal, the vanilla one. It's so good. So, so, so good. I'm excited to talk about the detoxes. I just got off a 7-day just juice. Hold on. Okay. Just juice detox. And I experienced a ton of clarity in my brain, a ton of energy. And I'm excited to see your detox. I have a feeling it's going to be a whole lot easier the next time I do one.
Sure. Well, I want to thank everybody for being on the call and listening and getting the information to either get healthy. And I'm ready to jump into the 3-day detox. It is one of the best ways to rev up your metabolism, clean out the toxins, and change, because we get so really set on a weight. No matter what you do, you weigh the same week in and week out. This will help you take to another level, to the next level. And it's fair. Just jump right in on that. Mark's going to tell me how to. There we go. Okay, 3-day weight loss. What you want to do is, and this will help increase your health, increase your mental clarity. It may shed some unwanted fast, and what it also does, it helps to shrink your stomach, because sometimes our stomach is used to that extra volume, and we really don't need that much food. What you do need is you hydrate. A lot of water and liquid. Water is the universal solvent, so it will just help to keep your body so hydrated, your skin so beautiful. And what you do is you start with the macro green. You you choose. Are you 1 day? Are you going to for 3 days? For days? Through the different steps. Let me, because I have it. Okay, so what you want the first day is you want start on a Friday and then and Sunday, where it's just a little bit more relaxed. It's not a regular work day. It's especially good if you can time it with full moon, because the gravitational pull, the moon comes closer to the earth. Gravitational pull is stronger, so that will help pull more toxins out of your body. And you want to make sure, of course, that you're drinking plenty of water. Start with about 64 ounces. You want to drink about 64 ounces a day. Start with a big, let's see, okay, here it is. I make a big jug of macro greens to start in the morning, and I just get a large 64-ounce container, put a little bit of apple juice, about a cup of apple juice, then put in 5 or 6 scoops of macro greens. You can even put a little bit more macro greens into that. Fill that up really well and fill the rest with water, because that way it's always going to be ready for you. You can do the same with the Miracle Reds. What you want to do is day 1 is going to be probably your easier day. Day 2 is going to be a little tougher. So that second day, to book a facial, book a massage, loving and caring for yourself, and make that day easier. If you're into colonics, take a colonic, because that will help release toxin from your body that sometimes can get you a little fuzzy thinking. And then on the third day, it's sometimes a lot easier. And you can go to our website, macrolifenaturals.com, and go to the link, and you can find the 3-day detox. And this slide that you're seeing is located on the website. I'll have Mark give me the information now. What's the drop down that you would go to? But just go there, and You start in the morning with about 6 ounces warm water with lemon juice of a whole lemon. 9, you take a protein shake with 1 teaspoon of flaxseed oil. And if you wanted to use one of the macro meal, that would be perfect. That's how we've designed this whole program. At 10 a.m., you drink a big glass of macro greens. At 11, another 8 ounces of water with a scoop of fiber. Fiber, a good source of fiber. Psyllium, good source of fiber, because you've got your colon full. You're going to be eating toxins, and you want that fiber to bind to those toxins out the back door. You're gonna see that fiber play a couple of times during the day. When you drink another big glass of macro green, about 1 o'clock, you have 2 cups of vegetable soup with 1 teaspoon of flaxseed. And the peas, which I'll show you, are on our website under the 3-day detox. Next, glass of macro greens, and in between, if you're thirsty, drink water. Just keep drinking water. 4 p.m., 8 ounces of water with 1 more scoop of. And then at 5 p.m., you do the macro greens. At 6 p.m., I like to do an oatmeal, very, very watered down oatmeal, but it just fills your stomach and relax and sleep. 7 p.m., another glass of macro greens or Miracle Reds, and p.m., a big glass of water with a scoop of fiber. 8:30, some more water with some trace minerals. That's optional. And then at 9 p.m., 2 to 3 relax with a glass of water. Improve, because you want to make sure that you're taking the trash out the next day. So you want to keep that colon moving. You want to have good bowel movements and every day. Otherwise, you're just reabsorbing, and that's not the purpose of what we're doing here. A nice big glass of water, and you repeat the process each day. I like to mix in macro greens and a lot of these Miracle Reds, just to give my body of something, a switch. And I'm drinking my Miracle Red right now. Some of the suggestions that we make here is, you start with 64-ounce container. You add the 5 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar along with 5 or 6 scoops of macro greens, plenty of macro greens powder, 8 ounces, like I said, 1 cup of apple juice. Mix that well, and then the other 50 ounces of filtered water. Shake it and keep it in the refrigerator so it's handy. Oatmeal soup recipe: you boil 2 cups of water, you add 1/4 cup of oatmeal, a little cinnamon to taste, cook it for about 2 minutes until it's done. And then I like to put a protein powder, vanilla protein powder, or chocolate, a scoop of flaxseed oil into that. A lot with macro greens, and they're perfectly suited. Here's one that you can do for a power breakfast smoothie. This is after fasting, where you would just mix a cup of milk, some filtered water. Oops, sorry. I think I messed things up here. You'd put let me just repeat that. You would do a cup of almond milk, a cup of filtered water, a cup of frozen berries, 1 cup of low-fat vanilla or fruit yogurt, a scoop of macro green. As you just blend it until it's smooth, and that's a power smoothie. Here's the website, macrolifenaturals.com. Check for the soup recipes. There's a wonderful broccoli soup recipe that you could mix instead of the make instead of the oatmeal soup. Tomato soup recipe, butternut squash recipe, and you could put those instead of a protein shake. So you can have 2 soups, 1 small protein shake, and tons of greens, and that should keep you fairly full, satiated, so that you're not starving and you're not, you know, your brain is not gone and foggy. Whoops, I did it again. There it is. Well, that much sums it up. Are there any questions that I can answer, or anything that I can provide to help support you? Oops. Sorry, Paige.
I muted myself. Oh. That's all right. I got it. How often would you suggest for somebody to do a detox? Is this something that you would do quarterly? Is this something that you would do monthly?
Oh, this is such a good question. Okay, so back 25, 30 years ago, I would do it every single month on the full moon. And I didn't have 1 ounce of cellulite on my body. And I think that has been my fountain of youth at this point in my life. Being in my 60s, I attribute it to all the times that I did the detox so religiously, once every month. Then, you know, later in my life, I would do it for 1 day, and I still do the detox 1 day or sometimes 2 days, you know, a month.
That's going to be my next detox. If you guys want to do the next round with me, let me know in the comments so that I can make sure that the next time we do something like that, that I include you. Also, so awesome. I just ordered a new reds and greens, and I like the vanilla shake. It came like overnight. I ordered on Wednesday. It was here this morning. And it also came with some samples. So for those of you that are leaving us comments in the thread, I'm going to give away a sample pack of the reds and a sample pack of the greens to 5 people. So that'll be really cool. Let me ask you, Sylvia, what has been some of the biggest like success stories of customers that they've shared back with you? Like, what are your favorite ones?
Well, a couple of my favorite ones is from this fella. I remember him starting with the macro greens. His off the charts. I think he was 380 milligrams correctly, and he started taking the macro greens. He even went on a cruise, but he took his macro greens with him. And 3 months later, he sent me a testimonial, and he said, my cholesterol levels are back in normal range. And why did that happen? I'll tell you, when your body's too acidic, your body will try to protect you. And what it'll do, it'll start laying down a layer of fat, cholesterol, on your arterial wall to protect from the acidic blood, because it knows that acidic blood could actually bore a hole through your arterial wall. So it'll put it down. But once you once you're maintaining alkalinity, and you're putting alkalinity into your body on a consistent basis, guess what? The body goes, I don't need that protection on arteries, and it starts releasing the cholesterol. The Miracle Reds is wonderful for helping that as well, and we've seen many testimonials for reducing cholesterol with the Miracle Reds.
Why did you guys decide to add the reds when you had the greens?
Well, look at the greens as your multivitamin times 10, right? And Miracle Reds is the other side of the equation. The antioxidants, vitamins and minerals have their antioxidants are the ones that get in there and absorb the free radicals that damage your cells. And free radicals, if you think about it, if you slice an apple, and you leave it on the counter, what happens? It starts getting brown, right? Well, the same thing with free radicals. They put this dust around the cells, and it starts to damage the cells, and that makes them susceptible for cancer, for other things. But if you've got enough antioxidants there, it's like putting, when you cut that apple, you put half of it on the counter, it starts turning brown. The other half, you put lemon juice on it. Oh, the one with lemon juice doesn't turn brown, right? Why? Because it's vitamin C, antioxidant. That's what keeps it from turning brown. Same thing, that's what antioxidants do. That's why we love to call it our antioxidant anti-aging formula, because it just keeps your cell top shape. And
I'm so in, because it's going to get me skinny and it's going to keep me looking young.
Well, if I remember, you were pretty slim and trim. You were looking beautiful last time I saw you.
I love you. You know, there is a point which I'm kind of interested to see as I start doing a couple of things. I want to start doing like infrared therapy, and then really kick up my macro greens. And I want to see, you know how we have like this layer of extra weight sometimes we carry, and it's not, we can't work it off anymore, and it just kind of sits there. When you were saying that like our body holds on to stuff to protect ourselves, I heard that the same thing happens sometimes with that extra weight that we'll carry, like maybe around our midsection, but just might be my story, that can be a protection from toxins. And so doing the regular detox and, you know, doing the sauna and all that kind of stuff, and this will help to shed that extra, you know, 5 to 10 pounds that's kind of hanging out.
You're absolutely correct, because I say, what is fat? Undigested food residue. Okay. When you get in there, you start doing a detox and a fast, you're giving your metabolism a chance to go away from digestion, because that's its main function, and go in there and start breaking up some of this undigested food matter. Also too, what the body does with some of these toxins, preservatives, these toxins that we're exposed to every day, it stores them like in little trash receptacles, because it doesn't know what to do it can't break them down, and it's too busy to get in there, metabolize them, and excrete them from your body. So what you're actually doing is you're giving your body to do house cleaning.
That makes a lot of sense. Hey, Taylor. Hi, Heather. Hi, Carla. Thanks so much for jumping on. So Taylor wants to know, can you overdo it on antioxidants? Like, can you put too much in your body, or would your body just like, they just don't attach to a free radical and you pass it?
You know, I do not believe that you can, because I mean, what are we talking about? You know, drinking a gallon of acai juice? I mean, what are we really talking about? So I don't see how that would be possible. I know that even with the macro greens, when JR, was, a teenager, and he still does it to this day, his glass, he calls it swampy, because he'll put like 3 or 4 scoops in his glass, because he just likes it real thick that way. And he does that on a daily basis. Looks better than ever.
You know, well, when you think about how much we're surrounded with, like the toxicity that we just in our daily lives from the moment we wake up, from the products that we use. I saw a statistic the other day, the amount of chemicals and toxins that women put in and on their bodies throughout a day. And it like blew me away. So you have all of that. You have all the toxicity that's coming into the food. You have the air. You have the water. It's like we're just surrounded by it. So if you're not doing anything to combat it, man, you're really swimming uphill right now. We all need to incorporate different things to really combat just living life here in America or even around the world.
In the whole world. I mean, we are literally bombarded with toxins, and there's toxins from electromagnetic radiation. hello, the cell phones and all the cell phone towers. I mean, our bodies are just constantly being bombed. So you've got to do anything and everything in your power to overcome and offset all of these drains that are happening to your body.
Now you can buy your product at health food stores. So if you guys go to macrolifenaturals.com, you can find a store near you, or you can jump online. They were so gracious to offer us a 35% off discount. So I popped it into the comments. If you guys just type in Hippie Tribe at checkout, you'll get 35% off. So thank you so much for offering that to us. It's like makes living healthy way more affordable.
Of course, of course. Well, we love working with you. And like I said, we just had such an awesome, what happened? Oh, we just had such an awesome connection. So, be healthy, be good, and God bless you. God bless everybody. And thank you so much for listening. Anytime, Paige, I'm happy to come on board.
You are the best. Thank you so much for joining us today. Okay, guys, well, you guys have all the info. I'm going to go through today and post up some of the slides, so you guys will have all the information. If you guys have any questions, go ahead and pop them in the comment box. We'll come back and answer them. And make sure that you go out and buy your own set of Macro Green and Reds. If you want my opinion, get the vanilla shake. It's incredible. And if you have kids, try the kids line. My kids really like it. It's the only way I can get them to take vitamins for the most part. Either that one or like the Disney Princess vitamins are like the only good ones in our house. So they'll drink the strawberry milk or the chocolate milk. That's what we've coined it. But it's a really great way to help balance out, the traditional toddler diet of like mac and cheese, French fries, and chicken fingers. We got to get some good stuff in them. So there's that. Also, I'm going to post up some recipes that you can use from Macrolife. We're going to post those up today and through the weekend. And once again, we're going to be doing a giveaway for some samples. So we get some samples out to you guys. So thank you again so much for joining us. We hope you guys all have a beautiful, beautiful weekend. Bye.
Bye.